Good morning, it's Teresa. I'm here with an email read for the week. So I'll just go ahead and read it, and you can choose to read it or listen here or read it on your own. So, hello, friends. I never dreamt I could love my body more as I age. Seriously, never dreamt it. And this habit is solely responsible. This week, habit six, self-massage. Good morning to our time change, springing forward for all of us here. It's early before dawn, black sky with stars. I use my hands and vigorously rub my skin awake. I use my hands and sculpt to reveal the divine within. Using circular motions around my ankles, my knees, I rouse my body with my hands for the day ahead. With my hands, I scrub my scalp. With oily little fingers in my ears, I make vigorous circles. I trace around my eyes. I lift my skin from chin to temple to uplift my day. I breathe life into my cells. As I massage, I feel. As I massage, I remember. My body wasn't always this way. And I'm reading here from the Body Thrive book. So this is actually Kate talking, but I can definitely relate, and you might too. Years ago, some parts felt distant, disconnected. There used to be a subtle self-loathing, I'm embarrassed, yet not also embarrassed to report, a culturally ingrained self-loathing that my body should be different than it is. This I have rubbed away over the years to heal and excavate myself. This practice takes less than 5 minutes. When I rub my skin, I nourish my soul. When I don't feed my skin with self massage, I live a less connected life. I feel less complete and start looking outside myself for my basic bodily needs. This is so true. In the practice of self massage, you become connected to yourself as a creator. As creator, you shape your body with your own hands. And this again is quoted from page 134 in the Body Thrive book. This is so true. You can actually learn to really massage in so many different ways. And eventually, you can actually feel like you're massaging your body to be more toned, more fit. This is actually possible. So, as it's the end of winter soon, the spring equinox is only days away. It's March 20th. We can notice that our desire for how we want to practice self massage is different from summertime, midwinter, and fall. This is why we take a year with the 10 Body Thrive habits. It's time to ask your body now, today, if you haven't already, how do you need me to care for you at this time? As the weather shifts back and forth from cool to warm, we can protect, calm, and care for our nervous system with a light oiling massage. Or if that doesn't appeal to you, maybe you need the simple uplifting energy of a bare hand massage, a cloth scrub, or a dry brush. So I like to take just a dry washcloth, and in the morning, either first thing when I'm going to the bathroom and brushing my teeth, I've become I've gotten to the point where I just crave, like, I'll take all my clothes off and just scrub with that with a dry washcloth all over my body, and you can just feel it's like opening up the lymphatic system, the circulatory system, the nervous system is being affected, and it's just amazing. It's amazing. So just try that. Try that. I have a dry brush nearby too, which is always great for the back and areas that I can't reach. But my favorite is really just a cloth scrub. All right. Below is a page we don't often highlight from our 10 Habits ebook when we're in subtle potency. It gives us even more great, simple ideas on how to promote longevity and disease resistance in so many parts of our body. Personally, I like to get my oils locally. So I like to get my oils locally. So find Spectrum Organic Unrefined Sesame Oil at my local grocery store or at Whole Foods. I was making sure that sentence was right. Remember last week when I said my beauty products are also edible? This is one of those times. So in Subtle Potency, we dive deeper into which oils are best for our dosha and the time of year. Reach out to me if you're interested. That link will just get you to my email. And you can text me if you've got my number too and just say, hey, I think I'm interested in this. All right. So again, you can get really fancy and order from Banyan Botanicals, which is it's a source for um, Ayurvedic things, and you can get fancy with your oils. But again, I really like to make it so that I don't have to place an online order. That link there is for Amazon, just to give you a visual. But I like to be able to get my coconut oil locally. I like to be able to get my sesame oil locally. I don't like to have to order out if I don't have to. You can find it cheaper than what is listed here. This is, I think, 14 or $15, but I have found it cheaper. If you Google it, it looks like Walmart's got it super cheap. If you don't like to shop at Walmart, no worries. I don't usually shop there for that. I do usually go to Whole Foods. Kroger, our local grocery store, has it sometimes and sometimes doesn't. Again, but I'm a person that likes to keep things really simple. You can go fancier if you want. Um, and again, this little workbook page as well talks more at the bottom. On the bottom left, there, best oils for body types. Vatas are good with organic sesame oil. Pittas can use coconut oil or sunflower, and Kapha can use corn, mustard, or sesame. So when you're in subtle potency, this is what we do: is we work to find your dosha, your constitution, your body type, your body tendencies. And then once we help you find that, you start to learn all of these habits based on what's right for your body type. And so we don't like to look at this work as like one size fits all. At all. The reason subtle potency is a year and the reason it's a little more expensive. Um, Mine is cheap compared to others, but it still is $2,400 for the year, $200 a month, whichever way you'd like to go. But the reason is because we are fine tuning it to you. We are doing it 10 habits a quarter, 4 quarters throughout the whole year. We get to see what changes in us. And yeah, and you're not going to get it anywhere else, really. It's just such it's more detailed work, but at a really loving pace. And yeah, it just really helps solidify these really beneficial habits that are disease prevention, longevity habits. All right. All right, so let's look at this little worksheet here. So it's got the body there at the top in the blue. Before bed, you can apply ghee or castor oil in the corners of your eyes. On the right below that, you can oil your nostrils in the morning. I like to do it at night as well with ghee or sesame oil to protect from germs and viruses. I like to do it at night because my nostrils might be dry, and when I go to bed, then if they're lubed like that, it helps prevent snoring. It helps keep cleaner, easier passageway for breath during my sleep. Over on the left or on the right there, lube your ears with warm sesame oil. We just kind of talked about that. It's a really beautiful process. You can do oil pulling with coconut oil to remove bacteria from your mouth. That's great. It's a teeth whitening and bacteria removing. Keep your gums nice and healthy too. You can oil your skin each day before bathing for optimal endocrine function. So this is absolutely affecting the different systems in the body. It's not just fluff. It is literally helping your circulatory, your nervous system, your endocrine system, all of these things. Um, a little further down, sesame oil enemas are beneficial with back pain, neck pain, anxiety, and constipation. And then coconut oil saturated tampons can heal vaginal dryness. So how many different ways? This is amazing, right? This chapter is amazing. If you don't have the book already, I've got links here. Highly recommend you get it and talk to me if you need help. All right. Okay. This self-massage your body chapter is really beautiful in so many ways. I highly recommend getting the book if you don't already have it and reading it this week. Pages 133 to 144 in the Body Thrive book will lead you through this gorgeous practice. Next up, we've got our seasonal detox in just a few weeks. It's extremely gentle and supportive and created so that you can design it the way that you want and need. We break it down to 3 simple points. We do journaling, deep hydration, and then we do rhythmic eating with whole foods. You can take any or all the parts that you want, and I can help guide you through. It includes 6 online Zoom meetups. We've got 3 Monday journal cleanse sessions that are 45 minutes each at 9 a.m. Eastern. I lead us in some prompts just to get you set up for the first week when you're just kind of getting yourself oriented and organized, and then the second week for your more deep dive, quote unquote, whatever that's going to look like for you. And then week 3 is just kind of coming out and reflecting on where you've been. Um, I'm going to be traveling during this time. And so a lot of times people will say, oh, I'm too busy at work or I'm traveling, so I won't be able to do it at this time. We designed this so that you can do this wherever you are, whatever's going on. You can just add little bits to support you during busy times. You can incorporate your busyness into your detox, and it can help support you during that. And it can absolutely help support you during travel too, if you happen to be traveling. Um, Now, I've gotten better at this because I've done it over and over and over, and that's really the purpose of this seasonal detox is really to get it to become a skill. So it's not just a habit to seasonally detox in the spring and the fall, but it's a skill. You learn how to incorporate this into your life no matter what's going on, no excuses, because you're doing it from a really like a place where you're like, I know I need this. I know I need this. It's not something that is like a you should do this. It's an I know I need it. That's where we want to be. That is absolutely where we want to be. Okay. We also get the 3 Monday journal cleanses. Then we have 3 Wednesday habit classes to support your rhythmic cleanse. This is set, I set up my detoxes so that they align right with the habits that we were in, so that it aligns with habit 8, habit 9, habit 10. All right. So it's not something separate from our subtle potency rhythm. We just plop it right in there. And so our habit 8, healthier eating guidelines, is all about, I know I've talked about this before, so I won't repeat too much. It's just talking about like how to pay more attention that week. Maybe don't eat in front of the computer. Maybe don't eat on the flyer while you're driving. Um, that kind of stuff. And then week 2 is sense organ care. We do some of this oil, this like paying more attention to our skin, our eyes, ears, nose, mouth, throat, while we're putting a little less focus on, rich, heavy foods. We try to just lighten up the food palette that week. And then the last week is easeful living. And it's just really about like relax. What did you do in the last 2 weeks? Even the smallest win, right? We count that as a win. And then we end it with an Earth Mandala on Wednesday. All calls are recorded. If you can't attend, you get one 30 to 60-minute one-on-one with me to get clear on your goals or to talk about things during the process. That can bleed over before or after the detox as well if you sign up. We get videos, workbooks, and recipes aligned to your dosha, online forum for connecting with others, and like I mentioned, the Earth Mandala creation at the end. So there's the sign up, or a little bit if you want to learn a little bit more about the dates and times. That information is in there too. So just FYI, I will be sending a weekly email that aligns with our habit of the week more often now. It's meant for support, but if you would like fewer emails, just click on that little link and send me an email that just says fewer emails, and I won't put you on the weekly. I'll go back to what I was doing before, which is just sort of like quarterly, or, if I've got a new blog post, I let you guys know about that. So, all right, that's all for now. Kept it a little shorter this week, and I hope you have a great week. Thanks.